could have been in advertising. You missed out.
Yeah.
Because I can tell when you do whether it's Mint Mobile, and I'll give you guys a plug. I think it's a fine service.
That's okay. Yeah, it is a fine service. It's very good.
Your ads are very funny, and I get the impression that you are behind them or steering them because you have that kind of brain. You like to say this is a commercial, but also call out that it's a commercial.
They know they're being. I mean, consumers know they're being marketed to.
Yes.
So don't.
Yes.
It's not a very special episode of Dharma and Greg. It's a fucking. It's a fucking Tide Stick commercial. Yeah. But it's why I like them, and it's sort of. It's not just me. Certainly, I have some of the greatest, smartest people that, quite frankly, I find threatening. Who I get to work with. I mean, Sean Levy, who I've done 3 movies with now. It's like a brain trust, and there's a real. I mean, every movies that you sort of quote control are like that. You're not controlling it; they just trust you. You said like, "Hey, I'm gonna land the plane." I remember trying to get my Deadpool and Wolverine movie made, and I just focused on that. I was like, "I will return your investment. Like, I will return I've got you. Like, I am not a reckless, pilot. I will land the fucking plane on a dime. It will be a 4-quadrant." R-rated film. I'm going to make Disney's first 4-quadrant R-rated film. And this is after they said no to 18 different things, including a movie where Deadpool is after the hunter who killed Bambi's mom. They said, we don't touch Bambi. And I said, you said you don't touch Mickey Mouse. We don't touch Bambi and we don't touch Mickey Mouse.
You know what? Given the profits and what you've shown, I think you can do it now.
Yeah, we did, and it's like but that's a part of our responsibility too, as people that produce the movie and we co-write the movie and we're act all those things. It's like making sure it works, because I've done movies that are small films that are in Sundance and all that stuff, and I loved making them, and they were hard to make, and they would get great reviews and everything, but then you'd find out later it just bankrupted whatever little tiny studio made it. And I thought, I'm going to be out of work. They're getting out of work. I got to find a job that fits. So it's a win-win. If I want to do it for the rest of my life, I'm going to have to figure that out. And then it grew to all of it, like all the other things. I loved commercials when I was a kid. Like, if you saw a good commercial, it stayed with you.
Yes.
And I was one of those kids like you probably were. You're sitting there 2 inches from the TV and just trying to stay up as late as humanly possible.
Because TVs back then ran on plutonium.
Oh my God! Right?
And
I
my
know.
face
He's
was melting.
22. By the way. And that is
scarred for life.
Oh God, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. No, it's just
we sometimes turn off the lights in the studio, and I'm a grinning skull.
Yeah, just the teeth whitening has got to stop. It was really the biggest change for me was Green Lantern, because it was didn't work, and it was I watched a studio throw money at problem after problem instead of creativity. Constraint is the greatest creative tool in the world. That's why I like commercials, because there's an economy to them. You have to make them quick. You have to be not precious about them. It's a fucking commercial. Who cares? It doesn't have to be a Fellini film. It'll either work or it doesn't, or it moves at a speed of culture, so it's at least relevant. Like, it's an easier way to kind of fix it, But that movie was where I changed my life, because I just saw money.
You saw this is going down, or this isn't. I don't think this is coming together, and they're just throwing more millions at it.
Yeah, and it was really like that's hard for everyone, because you're too much money, too much time will murder creativity. Like, you're under constraint. Like, the next movie I did was Deadpool, which had a $56 million budget, I believe, which is nothing. Like, I think they probably spent $250 on Green Lantern, and this one had nothing. So you had to supplant or change all of these action spectacle set pieces into movies that, like, you remember the dialogue, not the thing, because audiences also are inured to special effects. Like, the world in danger, I was like, I loved it. The characters, like, I don't give a shit about the world. Like, I care about those people,
right?
And no one else. Really.
I've been saying this. I've been saying this for years. I refuse to see a movie. At a certain point, I declared I will not see a movie that has a portal. If a portal opens,
we did use the portal.
I know,
but we did call it the Marvel Sparkle Circle.
Yes. You had fun with it and made fun of it. There are so many movies where clearly they don't know what to do. So what they have is 6 people put the 9 stones together And then the sky opens and anything can come out and it doesn't have to make sense.
I love that this is your cause because most people are like, oh, politics and kids these days. And you're like on your porch. Portals! I saw another portal today.
Yeah.
Used to be get off my lawn. It's get out of my portal.
A dragon made of fire and lava came out of the sky and punched Captain America, who's a strong man.
Yes.
And he fell down, but then got up and punched the dragon, and it went flying.
Preach, sister.
I'm sorry. I know that there's people think there's problems with racial inequality, gender inequality. There's a poverty in the world.
Don't even get us started on tariffs.
But all of that can be fixed by portals if you'll just allow it.
No, a dragon will come in and smash it all. It's bullshit.
I love the use of it because you could say anything in the Deadpool movies. We just, I loved watching Kevin Feige watch the thing back, cut together where Deadpool's like, he's like, listen, we don't have to do this. There's a big fight about to happen, and they're like, no, we're gonna fuck you up, or whatever the line is, and he says, no, I'm not. I mean the multiverse. It's not working. It's not great. It's just been miss after miss after miss. It's been 2 Ant-Mans forward and 1 Black Adam back, and it's not working. And Kevin wince on each miss after miss.
So funny.
But then what a sport!
But you make a really good point, which is that I do find that that's what's missing is a good movie gives you a couple of people, and if they're doing it right, you really care about them. I know it sounds corny, but I was watching The Third Man, Orson Welles,
Vienna,
and I watched that a couple nights ago, and God, they had me caring about these 3 people in Vienna in 1948. And I think the movie cost $11. But, oh my God, it's fantastic. And I do think that CGI had people thinking, oh, we don't need that so much as long as, because people really care that portal gets closed.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm not sure they do. They don't really care if the portal gets closed.
He's back on.
I'm sorry.
He's back on the portal.
I know, we got right back. I knew we were going back there. Listen, the gravity.
Oh my God.
The scene that we've seen so many times where one character is on one side of the glass, and there's the radiation, and it's you, it's Deadpool.
I spocked him.
Yes, Deadpool, Wolverine, and it's the parody of that scene. And one of the things that, in a weird way, I got suckered into caring. I was caring about the people in the scene, and then you start fucking around. And
once I did it just to make Hugh laugh, and I swear to God, there's one. It's actually we had to realign my head a couple times because the going down the stairs didn't work quite well. So we were like rejiggering it, trying to get it right. But I just did it to make Hugh laugh. Because there he is, shirtless, hasn't had a carb since the 80s. He's like, oh my God, can we just get through this scene so I can have a bagel? And, I'm fucking around. It's just terrible. A horrible friend.
It's so sad. The first time he said it, I thought he said to make you laugh.
I thought so too.
And I thought he was saying, Conan, I put that in just for you. And then I realized, no, he means Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
And I suddenly lost interest in you as a person.
Well, I actually had the same problem with the Whitney Houston song. Oh, the Dolly Parton song. But I always thought it was Hugh. I always loved Hugh. And then I was like, wait, you?
No, she meant it. She wrote it about Hugh Hefner. Yeah. Which is weird because it's very sexist.
Yeah.
She likes that he's commodified women's sensuality. I don't know. It's
commodified. That word's come up 3 times today.
It has?
Yeah. I was sitting next to someone who said commodified, and I was like, I think you mean commodified. And he's smart as shit. I was like, so I felt the power in that moment, right? I was like, oh, I have something over you right now, don't I?
No, I knew what I was doing because I've trademarked co-modify.
Oh.
I got you to say it.
You and McElhenney, because it was McElhenney. Robert Copernicus.
McElhenney was walking around here earlier. You guys were working on something in our...
we often use your office,
I let you use my office to shoot a major film.
Yes.
No, one of your, I think for your Wrexham project, you guys were shooting something. And I said, yes, of course, mi casa, su casa, which I believe is, I think that's Spanish, I think.
Yeah, no, that's... No, that's German.
Oh, that's true. Yes, Mein Kasse.
Mein Kasse, yeah.
But it's angrier. Anyway, I saw you when I first walked in. I see you, and I see McElhenney, and I give you a hug, and it's like, this is Ryan Reynolds takes good care of himself, works out. I hug you, and I'm like, well, this is an impressive lad.
Yeah.
And then I turn to McElhenney. I hug him. That guy is...
Yes, I know.
Alabaster.
Yes. No, hard as a rock.
Hard as a rock.
Hard as a rock right now. He is...
Just describing it, you're hard as a rock.
Right, 100%.
McElhenney, I saw him without his shirt. How you feeling now there?
Yeah. You guys were expertly lit and in slow motion in my mind when I saw you guys coming together. No, McElhenney, don't sleep on that body. Sleep on it if you can. Happily married though, so don't try. But he's a rock. He's a beast.
Yeah. Incredible.
So yeah, Rob, I treat with respect.
You better.
With kindness.
Yeah.
Occasional condescension, and that's about it. Yeah. Mostly just those things. But he did say commodified, which is not great.
Yeah, he fucked up, not me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.